Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I'm just going to do a garden update. I've been sprouting seeds and growing seedlings. This is what an onion seedling looks like. It grows a small bulb. If you put a whole lot of seeds in a small container, they'll grow small bulbs. And then you plant these small seedling bulbs, and they grow a lot better than if you go to the store and you buy sets. So these are a type of red onion that I'm gonna plant, and it's getting close to time that I have to get these in the ground. Over here, I have cucumbers sprouted. These are bush variety pickling cucumbers, and they're getting to the point where I got to get these in the ground also, so they don't get too spindly and thin and weak, where maybe the sun will just dry them out and they won't succeed. Same thing here. I have snow peas that I sprouted, and got to get them in the ground. So I got to get working. I got to get more prep going on. I have some extra bush beans here. The germination rate hasn't been very good, but it's the same thing. I'm going to put them in pre-sprouted. Seeing as I have a lot of work to do in the garden and a lot of sifting to do, I figured I'd pre-sprout these seeds. So I'm going to go outside and take a look at the garden and see where it's at. Not a whole lot of progress going on here, but there is progress. Okay. Cucumbers are getting really big over there. They're going to stop putting out flowers really soon, I think. And the bush beans are getting ready to start putting beans on the plants. That's a good thing for sure. Since the last video, my turnips are coming up. Turnip seeds are so small that when I planted them, I planted probably 3 or 4 seeds in each location because they're hard to handle. But the good news is there's a lot of them in a package when you buy them. And I have to thin them out to 1 at each location. But I'll wait till they get a little bit bigger, and I'll leave the biggest one behind and get rid of the rest of them. Either that or they'll grow real small. Looks like somebody came in here. Yellowstone is the coolest. Good day, sir. Well, good day to you. So things are coming along. I got bald spots here in my rows. I'm going to move some of the plants that have bald spots into these locations and plant more seeds. Then I'm going to plant seeds along this entire border of bean seeds for a second crop. And let's see what we got going on here. Last time I showed you the path that I was making, and I had a lot more tilled up, and since then I've got it raked out and leveled out a bit. Eventually I'm going to have either concrete or pavers that I'm going to put in here. The yellow squash is getting ready here to start putting some squash on here. That's yellow crookneck. That's more yellow crookneck. I got green zucchini here. The flowers are coming up. I think there might be 1 or 2 zucchini started too. Same thing here. They're coming along pretty good. They haven't been in the ground very long. I started them as seedlings. The tomato plants, the heat is kind of making the leaves all crinkle up, but I think they'll survive just fine. So I got some more border in here since the last time, and it's repurposed wood. I got the wood from inside my house from a partition wall I took apart. And I got yellow zucchini starting to come up. I got one that's up. I got another one that's breaking the surface, starting to push up through there. Got another one starting to push up through there, which is pretty good. I got 5 mounds here, and I put the recommended amount. I believe it was 4 seeds per mound. So sifting. I got lots of sifting to do. I got this little area sifted, and this is where I'm gonna have my cucumbers. I'm gonna have a fence with snow peas, and then I think I'm also gonna plant some yellow wax beans along this border. I have all this soil tilled up. That's a lot to sift by hand. I have about 2 cubic yards I got to get sifted up so I can get the seeds in the ground that I have already sprouted before they get too thin and gangly. I have to get these squash in the ground too. I have a location for that, which is another 3 yards that I have to sift. And this is where I'm going to put my onions. But this 3 yards I'm going to sift after I put together that sifting machine that I'm going to make with the dump cart. I just don't want to get involved in the project and have to run around and get hardware or something like that and get all caught up in doing that and then not get my seedlings in the ground. So out here, I have a planting box that I made, and I put some fabric that I took from some planting pots, some 10-gallon planting pots that I bought, and I cut it into strips and I put it on the side to help keep the weeds from going in. So I got a lot of weeds on this property. It's right here. And they creep all over the place and they grow wire roots and they're a real nuisance. So I have to sift them out of the soil. And that's really the best way to do it, to deal with them, because when I rototill and they get cut up into pieces, even a small piece of root, if it doesn't dry out and totally die, then it easily starts growing more. So, not just those 3 yards that I have to sift is the reason why I'm building that sifting machine. Is I have this section of yard over here where I had my garden previous, and I have to sift all of this. This has all kinds of weeds in it. And I think what I'm going to end up doing, because I really don't need any more vegetable area, what I'm going to do is, there's a good 1,600 square feet here that I'm going to do. And I'm going to sift it all, and I'm going to plant it in the fescue grass, creeping fescue, I think it's called. And it's a very fine grass, and it grows very thick, and it'll provide a lot of mulch for my garden. And here's a good tip right here for gardeners. These new type hoses, they look like the BX conduit, electrical conduit, but they're a garden hose. They have a type of plastic inside for the waterproofing. Excellent hose, doesn't get all kinked up, relatively light, easy to drag around, where you don't have to whip it and twist it when it gets all messed up like the typical garden hoses do. But I thought I'd just do an update, and you all have a good day, and I'll update after I get this stuff sifted and get more in the ground. Take care.